Our keyword discovery module makes it super easy for you to find keywords related to a given niche. You'll find the keyword discovery module in the sliding out panel just up here at the top. It's at the top obviously because it's the start of the workflow. And you can start with one or two options. So Google search is probably the most common. And very simply, as you'd expect, you enter in a keyword and the location, select a target language, and we'll go pull all the keywords to do with that seed keyword, if you like. You can save these into a folder. So I have different folders for different clients. I have folders for different niches, or you can just create a new folder here. Incidentally, when you do create a folder, it saves all of the other project types in there as well. It's not just for keyword discovery. You can save other project types as well. So you can see for this client here, I might have a SERP Explorer project, which is this, a content briefing project, which is this, a keyword clustering, and two keyword clustering projects. Jumping back into the keyword discovery, I will start with credit cards again, my location and language, and hit search. After a few seconds, we'll pull as many keywords as possible from these core three areas. So Google Autocomplete, Quora, and people also ask. Now on our roadmap, we do have plans to add other social channels along here, so they should be coming very soon. The overview tab gives, as the name would suggest, a general overview on that keyword. So you can see the trends, you can see the live SERP if you wanted to see how that looks. You can get a maybe more user-friendly view here that you can do, I guess, greater data manipulation on, or actually click to open up the links. And you can view all keywords straight from here, which is the same as you would get if you just clicked on this tab. All keywords, unsurprisingly, is all the keywords we've managed to pull from these three sources. I think that's a really important fact I want you to bear in mind. The sources of where we pull our keywords from, Google Autocomplete, Quora, people also ask, soon to be those other social channels, it means that they're fresh. The keywords we're pulling are really new. You could basically use the keyword tool 1 week and the keywords might change the next week based on what people are searching for. It picks up trending keywords very quickly. Now this is different to tools like Ahrefs and SEMrush, who have a much bigger keyword database than we do. Of course they do, they've got massive budgets. But we've got keywords that they don't have. These fresh trending keywords that are being pulled from live search results. So what we like to say is we offer a very good keyword supplementation. We can be an alternative, but it's really used well if you supplement your bigger keyword databases with our new fresher keywords. You'll have keywords that maybe they didn't have. I'll quickly show you an example. I've used the word cucumber and I've put the location as Iceland. Now the reason I've done that is, depending on when you're watching this, a few weeks ago, basically the middle of 2024, there was a severe cucumber shortage in Iceland. In fact, all the shops were running out. And that's because a TikTok trend went viral about this cucumber recipe and everyone went out to buy more cucumbers than they normally would. Now, we found 2,110 other alternative keywords, similar keywords, related keywords, in what is, to be fair, quite an innocuous, weird seed keyword. And a big proportion of those keywords were all the TikTok related ones because we are pulling from those live results, Google Autocomplete, Quora, people also ask. And you'll see here that technically they all have zero volume. As we'll show you in a few minutes time during this video, you can get the search volume for your keywords within our own tool. But the search volume pulling is zero. This is from cached keyword databases, the same databases that Ahrefs and SEMrush are using. So it's technically a zero volume keyword, but there's loads, all to do with this TikTok trend. Now, you would have missed this on traditional keyword research tools because it is so fresh. It's not in keyword databases yet, and it's definitely not there because it's got zero volume. When you cluster them, you can actually see there's a big chunk of keywords all related to this topic, cucumber, TikTok. So hopefully, as you can see, our keyword discovery, the keyword database, the keywords that we have access to are very good supplementation to have to your existing keyword research tools. If you're already using Ahrefs or SEMrush, you don't have to get rid of them. We're saying that the keywords that we provide you are going to be a lot fresher, a lot newer, they're going to be different, and they'll add perhaps a different angle to your keyword research you might not have otherwise had. As you'll see very shortly in this video, we also have a Search Console integration, which allows us to pull loads of keywords from your Search Console that you never had access to, and that Ahrefs and SEMrush definitely don't give you access to. And we'll also show you the pros of what that can bring. Jumping back into our credit card example, we'll go through the sort of things you can do with the keywords once you've pulled them. So we'll head to the All Keywords tab. Now, the first thing you might want to do is actually get the search volume for all of these. The search volume that we give you comes from those same databases that Ahrefs and SEMrush have, so you can get that. All you'd have to do is either click that to get the search volume for all of them, or you can select the ones you want and get the search volume just for those. For now, I will just get them for all the keywords, which will cost some of your credits that you have. In a few seconds, we'll have pulled all the search volume for those keywords, and now you can sort by search volume. You could also sorted by CPC, or you can sort by competition. Of course, you can add any filters you want, so you can filter keywords in or out, and you can filter by the source that we've pulled it from. Because we've designed Keyword Insights to be compatible with other tools, other keyword research tools, you don't have to send them directly to the clustering from here. You can add your keyword research, any keywords you pulled from elsewhere, to your project before you cluster them. I'll quickly show you what I mean by that. So I'm here in the keyword clustering feature, and I'm going to upload my files that I've pulled from Ahrefs. Let's say I've done some keyword research and I've pulled loads of CSVs from Ahrefs. I'm going to add those two CSVs really easily. All it's going to ask me to do is map the keyword and the search volume, and then I can really easily add the keywords I've pulled from my own keyword discovery just by clicking here and selecting them here. If you had added filters in your research here, when you're dropping down, you can select a filtered list so that, again, you didn't need to have exported them and re-uploaded the CSV. You can really just add it so easily from within the UI of the clustering. Of course, we will cover clustering in another video, how to use it and how to upload files. Just wanted to quickly show you at this point that it's all linked and that you don't have to export or cluster direct from the discovery. You can pull it in at this later stage here. Back in the UI of the keyword discovery, there's some other cool things you can do. When you start to select keywords, depending on how many keywords you've selected, various options will appear down here in the toolbar. So if I just select one, I'll be able to analyze the SERPs for it. And what this will do is simply open up our version of a VPN so you can check what that keyword looks like on a given device in a given country. It's actually our SERP Explorer feature here. It's just intimately linked. So if I click this now, it will open up my SERP Explorer. Let's check out what this keyword would look like in the top 50 in United States on mobile. Great, this is how that keyword would look on mobile in the United States for the top 50 results. Again, I could switch it to this view if I wanted to easily maybe search for a result, myclient.com or whatever, or I could just copy the data and paste it into a spreadsheet. But this is a separate feature, so let's jump back into keyword discovery. Another thing I can do if I select anywhere between 2 to 6 keywords is I can check the SERP similarity between them. So I can say, okay, credit cards for bad credit and credit cards with bad credit, do those two keywords mean the same thing? Do I need to, if I want to target those two keywords, do I need 2 different pages, or can they be targeted on the same page? And I can use our SERP similarity tool here, which again you can find in the toolbar here, but it's just all linked from the keyword discovery to make it really easy for you to spot check things that you want to. Let's check that out now. Great, that's finished running, and we can see that those two keywords actually have a 77.78% similarity. That means they're so similar I don't need 2 different pages, and we probably could have guessed that when we look at the keywords. But you sometimes do see some surprising results. Finally, anything you do in here, you can export to a Google Drive file or a CSV. Maybe you want to add some filters on that aren't available in the UI, you can do all that here. And then, as always, you can re-upload that into the keyword clustering when you get to that part. The final part of our keyword discovery feature is our Search Console integration. Simply link up your Search Console account and select any of your relevant websites or clients. Here's one I pulled earlier. You can see by the logo this is from a Search Console integration. And you'll see we pulled 9,017 keywords, which is significantly more, 9 times more really, that's quick maths, than you'd be able to pull from Search Console ordinarily, because as I said, you can normally only pull 1,000 keywords. Now let me give you some context why this could be super useful. I used to go through my client Search Console or my Search Console and try and identify keywords that had loads of impressions, but very few clicks. Because what it showed me was that potentially I don't have a piece of content covering that. In fact, if I had loads of impressions and 0 clicks, of which there's nothing immediately on this screen, it might show me that, okay, I'm vaguely relevant for this term, but I probably don't have a specific page that targets that query. Now, what I used to ignore by doing that was these ones that had very few impressions. Like, I'm going to ignore that because it's only got 12 impressions, and I'm going to ignore that because it's only got 2 impressions. These aren't the best examples because, of course, I'm not going to write a piece of content on containers. Nor am I going to write one on containers.com. But I just want the point to stick in your mind. I would have ignored these because it's got 3 impressions, 12 impressions. And these keywords wouldn't have been available in keyword research tools either because they've got so little impressions, it's likely that keyword research tools just don't have them. It wasn't until I started to see that actually, if you pull all these together and group them, if you can cluster them, and you'll start to see that a lot of them have 5 impressions, 10 impressions, 20 impressions, but the sum of all of them might be 1,000 impressions. So these keywords I used to ignore because it had so few impressions. Once they're all grouped together with other similar keywords in your database that have low impressions, they're actually not so little volume after all. It's just the same question being asked 1,000 different ways. And because you now find them, they're not in keyword research tools, but collectively they have a lot of volume. You've now got a bank of content ideas that are really easy and low competition because other people don't have that access to the same first-party data that you do. We built a whole strategy on this domain by doing that. Granted, there were some other things we did around here, but a lot of this content has been developed by finding all of those keywords that have low impressions but grouping them together to find content ideas that actually collectively do have a lot of volume. So hopefully that gives you a really good insight and overview about our keyword discovery, how it differentiates from other keyword research tools, and how you can use it to potentially find ideas that keyword research tools don't even have. Enjoy and let us know if you've got any questions.